We live in very complex lives. I often hear people say that common sense is gone. What happened to common sense? And it's not that we no longer have common sense. I just think it's been replaced by common chaos. We have so much going on in our lives. Time management is such an important element at work and at home. We need to understand our priorities. What are those things that are most important? Then schedule our time accordingly. I once heard someone say that life is like shopping. You can have anything in your cart, but you can't have everything in your cart. Hi, Brian McWhorter here from Black Belt Lean Thinking, and I want to tell you a quick story about time management. As this story goes, and this is a common one, so you may have already heard this, but there was a college professor who was teaching a business class, and he brought a big clear jar out in front of the group on a table, and he pulled out a bunch of rocks that were about fist size and filled the jar up with it. He asked the class, "Is the jar now full?" To which they answered, of course, "Yes, it is." And he goes, "No, not yet." Pulled out a bucket full of gravel, filled the gravel in, and the gravel scattered in between the large rocks. He asks again, "Now is the jar full?" Well, smart group, they've already figured out where he's going with this. No, it's not. Correct. He grabs a bucket full of sand, dumps the sand in, the sand fills the gaps between the gravel and the large rocks. He asks the question again, "Is the jar full?" One young man, expecting what was going to happen next, goes, "No, it's not, Professor." He goes, "Correct." He grabs a pitcher of water, pours it in. Goes, "Now is the jar full?" They all agreed, "Yes, it is." Okay, what is the lesson that I'm trying to teach from this experience? And one young man raises his hand and goes, "Well, the lesson is obvious, that no matter how full your plate is, there's still more you can get done." The professor said, "No. The lesson here is what took up the most space were those large rocks. If I'd have tried to put those in last, there would have been no room for them." Think of those things in your life that are the most important, the things that are going to take up time, the things that are going to give your job and life purpose and meaning. We've got to plan for those, otherwise the things that are more urgent and the busy work is going to take place and we won't be able to get those other things done. Priorities, that sense of purpose. What are those things in your private life and work life that have to get done, those important things? Those are the things that you want to definitely schedule time for up front. You might even try just bookending your days. At the beginning of the day, plan out what you're going to do through the course of the day, making sure you have time for those important activities. Then at the end of the day, before going to bed, look back and see if you accomplished the main things that were important to you, and is there a way to tweak things for tomorrow. Again, the information that I give you using Lean really is just as beneficial in our home life or our work life. It doesn't matter which one, we want to be successful. So with you, how about those very important activities, those main goals? Do you have any set? If so, do you have time allotted for them? Do you check the progress? Again, success doesn't happen by accident. It happens by purposely moving forward with focus and holding the course. Until next time, Brian McWhorter, thank you.